Hi, I'm Brooke Nation, and this is Kenny, my audience. Tonight I'm going to be speaking about hunting and the importance of it for my informative speech. Who in here eats meat? Could you get 75 pounds for 80 bucks at your local grocery store? Probably not, but I do know where you could get it. The woods. I harvested a buck for exactly that out of the woods behind my dad's house this past November, and it was fresh and organic as those two can get. Can't beat that, can you? Today I'm going to inform you of the importance of hunting. I'm going to explain what hunting is and a little history of it. Problems that would increase if hunting weren't allowed, and problems that are being solved because of hunting. Let's start out with talking about what hunting is and some history behind it. First off, hunting is the activity of hunting wild animals or game, especially for food or sport. Encyclopedia Britannica states, to early man, hunting was a necessity. His quarry provided not only food from the meat, but clothing and shelter from the skins and hide, and material for tools from the bones, horns, and hooves. Old-timey sportsmen writes that our ancient ancestors have been hunting for these things since long before the evolutionary arrival of Homo sapiens. Today, hunting is mainly pursued to provide food, but also for trophy purposes. I'm an avid hunter, and I'm in it for the meat first and foremost. But I also don't mind a nice set of antlers to show for what I've harvested independently. Now that you have an idea of what hunting is and a little history, let's get into the issues of what would increase if there were no hunting.
I can search for missionary arrival of Homo sapiens today. Honey is also pudding as me.
Whether you're for it or against it, hunting is something that many are very passionate about, including myself. But what would happen if there wasn't any hunting in the U.S.? Deer auto collisions are already an issue all across the nation. P.J. Riley from Buckmaster's Whitetail Magazines reports that there were about 1.23 million deer vehicle collisions from July 1st, 2011 to June 30th, 2012. These wrecks caused about $4 billion in damage. Can you imagine how much that number would increase if there were no hunting? Another issue that would increase if we just left the deer population alone is that there would eventually be overgrazing. Jason DeRusha from CBS Minnesota assures that as more deer fight over the same food, farmland, gardens, and forests would all see serious damage. If not us, then who? Let's keep going to find out about some pros of hunting. How can we be proactive about the growing deer population in the U.S.? We can get out and hunt. Even if you don't like the taste of wild game, you can still enjoy the hunt without the meat going to waste. According to the Georgia Wildlife Federation, hunters have been bringing meat to the tables of those in need through the Georgia Hunters for the Hungry program since 1993. Hunting also helps the economy. In Animals 2017, it states that in the U.S., the revenue from hunting licenses provides revenue for conservation, and there is no commercial trade in wildlife. Hunting is an important and efficient means of controlling wildlife management and provides the funds for such. As I conclude, keep in mind the pros and cons of hunting and why it's important to you and me, regardless if you hunt or not. Today I explained to you what hunting is and a brief history of it, what problems would increase without hunting, and some problems that would decrease in our economy with hunting. For me, hunting isn't just a sport, it's a way of life. For you, think about how hunting can benefit you and your family.